Right, I'm not too excited about doing this video because I am gonna have a moment of confession with you. I'm gonna tell you where I screwed up and I did this thing. And so we're gonna talk about how to outsmart a woman who is playing games with your heart. And you know it. You know when she's doing it because you can feel it. Something doesn't feel right. You're getting anxious. You're blaming yourself for things that you should never be blaming yourself for. You bloody well know when she's playing games with your heart. And so you're going to be smart about this. And I'm going to be honest with you about a time that I did this. Thank God. Me and this person are friends. Thank God they allowed me to apologize for being such an a-hole. But I did it too. And if he had done these things that I'm going to share with you, that shit would have never flied. So I'm Arica Angelo. Make sure, listen, if you're wanting just really practical advice, you want to take the guesswork out of women and you just want straight up advice and stuff that you can apply while being entertained, then you're at the right place. If that's not your vibe, then peace, get out here. So yeah, what's that song? Quit playing games with my heart, with my heart. Who was that? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, one of these guys sang the song. So here's the thing. I want to say this because what I don't want is for you to feel like a victim, because there's plenty of advice out there that actually makes us all feel afraid, like we need to self-protect, like the world's out to get us, and it really puts us in victim mode. And when we're in victim mode, we cannot find love in that. We cannot be loved, we cannot receive love when we are in a victim mode. So I do not want you to feel like a victim in this, and I want to give you tools. But let me just set the stage clearly and say that I'm going to give you these tools, but at the end of the video, I want you to understand why people play games. And I'm going to make it very clear. So make sure that you understand that, because when you understand the why, you're like, now I see why these tools work. And one of the first things you want to do is the minute you start feeling that a woman is playing games with you, call her out on that shit immediately. Immediately. If you see her playing games with, like, talking to other guys, looking at other guys, messaging other guys, and you guys have made a commitment to each other, or you guys are seeing each other, the reality is you got to call her out immediately. But this is where I think a lot of people go wrong, is you don't establish boundaries from the get-go. Boundaries like, hey, I want to see you exclusively. That's a boundary. Hey, not cool that you're still hanging out with your ex. Hey, you get what I'm saying? You know what your non-negotiables are. The quicker that you communicate that to a person and you guys get on the same page, the quicker you guys can minimize and just stop the games downright. But most of the time, we're all trying to play cool. We're all trying to be what we think the other person wants us to be, and it never freaking works. It just never freaking works. In fact, in the comment section, just write it out. It never freaking works, because when we play games and we don't have boundaries, it doesn't work. So when you call her out immediately and you've given her the framework, say it with me, the framework. You've given her the framework of this is our base, and here are our boundaries to keep things in place. This is how you outsmart her. And you're like, Arica, cool, like, you know what to say, but I don't know what to say. No, I got you so that you don't have to be a victim to this stuff. I have a boundaries Bible, and it is a full-on script of things that you need to say to have boundaries with people, because it's not enough to understand the concept of boundaries. It's most important when you can act out on that concept, when you can deliver the message, when you can say it powerfully, when you can say it confidently, and you can get that in the comment section and the description. So calling her out very quickly, but also laying down your rules, like what it is that you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. The problem is that we're all playing it too safe. We try to be nice. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Why? You're like, Arica, why am I playing these games? I know better. She knows better. Why? We're all afraid of getting rejected. I don't care how old we get, how adult-like we get, it is still a core wound of we do not want to be rejected. And that's why we do such stupid things, such stupid shit. When a woman starts playing games with a man's heart, when you allow her to play games with your heart, it's because we're all afraid of getting rejected. That lie of I'm going to be alone, there's never going to be anyone else. It's all horseshit. You're not going to end up alone because you're going to be proactive about your life, and there are other people out there. But you need to learn these tools because you're going to have boundaries regardless. And the other thing is, if you're not speaking up for yourself often enough, and let's say you're seeing a girl and you guys are just dating and you're in that scenario and she's playing games with you, it's because your ass is in the friend zone and you haven't had that conversation with her about telling her like what your plans are with her, what you foresee with her, your attraction to her, like where you want to take things. You have not gotten in the driver's seat. You're not being the leader. You're playing the passive role, and she's playing games with you. She's playing games with your passivity. And so you can always get my Escape the Friend Zone. I created a whole program to help people just like you not be in that freaking friend zone, because that place will keep you very anxious and very insecure, and I don't want you going through life like that, because ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nope. So get that in the comment section and the description. So I told you at the beginning of the video, I said that I will tell you why people do this, why I did it, and I did tell you I was going to tell you my story, so I am going to tell you my story of when I played games. And that was, I was in a place where I was really not, I was scared in my life, and I was scared in myself. I had a lot of question marks, and it was not cool. And there was someone that I was seeing, and one night we were out to dinner, and there was a beautiful guy there, and I saw him, and he saw me, and there was a conversation, and then he came to the table right next to me and my guy. It was a group of us, and even my guy friends were like, who the F is this guy, and why is he talking to her when she's clearly with you? And thank God that person, they were like, that was not cool, and they called me out on it, and I had to profusely apologize for that. Because the thing is, when we're scared in our life, when we feel uncertain, we can do really stupid shit. We all can. We all have a shadow side. We all have a dark side. And this was not one of my proud moments. And I share that with you because I believe if you're ever gonna listen to someone's advice, they can't just give you all the sunshine and tell you like how great they are, but you also have to hear those times where they were an a-hole and how they handled that. And so I was an a-hole in this. I apologized profusely to the person. It wasn't okay, but the reality is people hurt people when they're scared, is really what it boils down to. If a woman is playing games with you, I promise she's not trusting herself and her life. She's not trusting where she stands in her life, and she's afraid of some past trauma being played out. What you have to ask yourself is this, and this is why I don't want you to be a victim. Why do you tolerate it? And where is it in your energy of your own trauma, where you have felt like you weren't worthy of being respected and loved, where someone took advantage of you and your safety, and why does that feel normal for you to allow that to play out? Ugh, it's a big question. It's a big question. But remember, I gave you that Boundaries Bible, the Friend Zone. They're both in the comment section. They're in the comment section, sorry. But you're not alone in this, but it is best to nip it in the bud immediately. Don't prolong it. And whatever you do, put this in the comment section. Don't make excuses, because you only hurt yourself in the long run. Here's a playlist to support you. I've got you. You're loved. You matter. Come back to my next video. Take care.